Welcome to episode 152 of Not the Podcast You Deserve. I'm one of your hosts, Kyle, along with supposedly handsome Drew, and Drew, who
Hello.
definitely spells his name with a U. And this week, you might be able to see us for the first time, or I didn't figure it out in post, so you're not. You're just listening to our voices again. Either
I'm
way,
gonna smile a lot anyway. So
I wore my good sweatshirt for this. Yeah, it's perfect.
this is my
Spit
good
take
backwards
number
hat.
one. This episode, we're bringing it back to the when you're 15, 16 years old, and you and your friends are hanging out, and it's a Friday night, and you got like four movies that you could pick to show all your friends, and to have just like the most fun night of popcorn and staying up until 5 in the morning and watching great movies. This is something that Crawford and I used to do back in the day the whole lot.
Big time.
I'm sure. I don't. We might be weird. I assume that most people did this, though. Maybe it was just us. I don't know. So we're doing that, but we're only doing it with the movies that came out in 2022. So each host is going to have four picks to put together the most fun, fantastic night of movie watching, and we'll decide at the end who's going to have the most fun at their sleepover movie watching party. There's not a good name for that. I'm gonna go with sleepover movie watching party, fun time of happy time, good times. It's a work in progress. We'll come up with a different name maybe later. But first, does everybody understand the rules before we get started? Four movies, rounds. It's gonna go Crawford, Drew with the U, Kyle. Crawford, Drew with the U, Kyle. Four movies apiece.
Ooh, can we make it 4?
Nailed it. Okay, yeah. The jury's out. We'll go with four. It's fine. Overruled. Sustained. Yep. Here we go. Crawford, no questions from you.
Nope,
Would you
I got
like
it.
the first overall pick? Okay, great. Here we go. Crawford with the first pick of
The inaugural.
2022 sleepover movie watching good time party, happy good time of fun. You get the
Hey,
first pick. Where are you going?
I'm really
with?
sorry. I'm really sorry. I do have a question.
God damn it. You have any-
I know.
Is-
I think it should be 4 also.
Is this happening in a certain time of the year?
Oh,
You're
seasonal.
overthinking this so hard, man.
I just need to know if my Christmas
You decide,
movie
Crawford. You
I
decide.
need
The
to know
guy
if
who
my
watches
Christmas movie
Hallmark
pick is going to
Christmas
make
movies
sense.
all year long wants to know if there's a holiday surrounded the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Flag
No.
Day. This happens around Flag Day.
Okay, that I appreciate the context. Now I can speak to my audience more appropriately. So thank you very much.
Oh wow. Okay.
So with the first overall pick, I'm actually going to take Bullet Train.
Shocker.
Wow.
Yeah, the movie starring Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, everybody in the world. It's a great time. I think it'll be. I'm not sure if it's going to be the one I start the night off with.
Yeah.
But I definitely wanted to get it off the board because I figured
That's
it
the
was
one
going
you
to go
watch at
quickly.
like 1 a.m. when people are like kind of
Yeah.
starting to get sleepy
Yeah,
and you got to
yeah,
push
yeah.
through the wall. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and
Keep
so
the
I
energy.
figured it appeals to everybody. There's action, there's humor, and then it's one that you could like drift off of for like a second, and then you could get sucked back into the story. It's a great one to keep everybody going throughout the evening.
Okay,
Bullet
Drew
Train,
with the
first
U.
pick.
What's your first pick?
With my first pick, I'm going to go with Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh
That
no!
was gonna be my pick.
Damn it. I thought I could wait to the second round.
Yeah,
That's a good
you
one.
couldn't. No, I choose this one, and I don't know where I want to place it. I think I would maybe
Doesn't
open
matter.
with this one. What?
Doesn't matter. Put it
Yeah,
wherever.
I think you could join at any point. I think if you start a 4 movies in a night, it's a lot. So you gotta start a little early. I want to save, some scarier, some funnier, some, goofy ones for later in the night. But Unbearable Weight's a great movie. It's fun. There's also some slow points so people can talk a little bit and get, have a good time getting into the movie
Strong pick.
slumber party.
Strong pick. I support that pick. Mainly because it leaves another great movie for me to steal at the end of round one. I'm going with RRR. My party is way more exciting than y'all's party already because I picked the most insane movie of the year with
you
my
did.
number one overall selection. I'm happy with it. A lot of the experts thought he was going to go 1 to 2 range. The fact that he made it all the way to the back end of the first round, pretty phenomenal. And my crew is fired up about that going forward. Crawford, round 2 to you.
Can I just ask one question for your RRR pick?
Yeah.
What are
We're
you
watching
going to have
subtitles,
time?
not dubbing.
Okay.
Unless
gonna-
we go at like the 2 o'clock start time, then we'll probably have to go dubbing because everybody be too sleepy.
My question is time related. How are you going to have time for any of your other 3 movies.
Oh, we can stretch this thing out, man. Yeah, we're a solid 3.5 in right now.
You're
Yeah.
going all night. All right.
Oh, we're gonna go all night. This is gonna be one of those where like we finish the last movie and then we open the door, to out, and it's like bright outside, and like mom's like on the way to pick us up. We're like, no, but we just got here. It's been 9 hours. Yeah. So that's my game plan.
Wow, that is frustrating. Going into the second round, watching two of my biggest loves come off the board.
It's okay.
So, Kyle, because you took one that I love, I'm going to take one that you love, strictly out of spite.
Personal. We're just picking
strictly out of spite. But don't worry, you're invited to the sleepover too. Okay. So we're going to watch Adam Project.
Oh, Crawford got the 2 best movies of the year back to back.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
I love that pick for you. That's a high value pick. Pick.
There's only so many Ryan Reynolds movies you can have in a year, and it's around Flag Day, not Christmas, so I can't take Spirited.
That's true. It's true.
That's specifically why I asked that question, to be clear.
We didn't know. No one knew.
It could have been for Violent Night. You don't know.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think those 2 movies transcend Christmas time, and I don't say that about Christmas movies often. So,
Drue, with you, where do you go with your second round pick?
With my second round pick, I'm going to go with the scary movie that I would like to pick for my slumber party extravaganza, and that would be Black Phone. Now, I feel like this is a little cheap because I actually haven't seen it, but that's also why I picked it, because I want to bring a movie to my sleepover that I haven't seen, that I'm excited to watch, and I get to experience it for the first time with my friends and family.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a really good movie. Also, I like that pick because in like 11 p.m. at night, a bunch of buddies get together to watch a scary movie. There's no better way to watch a scary movie than with a bunch of people who are all scared together. No, that's a strong, solid pick. I like it. And it's one that not everyone's seen. So you'd be introducing new stuff. I love that. Now here at the end of round 2, I've got a bunch of different ways I could go with this. I could make this just like the strangest acid trip of all time of a slumber party sleepover movie time of fun. Or I could go the more practical route. Nope, I'm going to do it. Everything Everywhere All at Once comes off the board the end of the second round. And now I've made my crew sit through weird movies. Lots of visual effects going on.
You're giving them a lot to process.
Giving them a lot to process here. Should probably find a more grounded movie for my third round pick. But I couldn't pass up that value. Everything Everywhere All at Once. One of the best movies of the year. Sitting around at the end of round 2. Gotta love it for me and my crew. Crawford, back to you for round 3.
So I actually was thinking along the same mindset as Drew Allen. I don't like scary movies. Everybody knows this. We did an entire pod about how I hate scary movies. But if I am going to watch one, it's going to be with a group of people where we can all make fun of how much I hate scary movies.
Sure.
And because I also don't see very many, I'm also picking one that I haven't seen, but my friends love, so I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm going with Barbarian.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Your sleepover just got crazy.
Yeah, I would suggest
it's 1 a.m.
Bullet Train and the Adam Project. So
yeah.
Don't make that the lead or the finishing one for sure.
I'm thinking it's 1 a.m. and we're feeling weird, and here comes Barbarian. But I know I've got time to clean it up with one more at the end.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, I like that pick. Didn't see that coming for sure.
On the heels of Barbarian, round 3, the Drew Allen sleepover, cards on the table. I would like to have Bullet Train as an option here, but I knew I wasn't going to make it this far. Like, let's be honest, it's the best movie of 2022. So instead, I'm going to go with a different action-packed movie, and that's The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. It's a Netflix original, so I don't know if it counts for. It's not like you can go to Blockbuster and pick it up, but maybe back in the day you could have. It probably would have been. Like a whole wall dedicated to The Gray Man. I think it'd be fun. But what's the crew over at Kyle's slumber party have for round 3?
I have to say, Kyle, with Multiverse of Madness still on the table, are you gonna make this the trippiest night ever?
Your crew is slap happy right now.
Everyone would be so mad at me if I brought out Doctor Strange 2 into the Multiverse of Madness after RRR and everything everyone at once. I'd be like, please, just let us go home.
No more.
Oh yeah. But you know what's staring at me pretty good? I think would be a really fun movie to watch with a bunch of people. late at night. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. That was one of
Wow.
the most fun movies I saw this year, and I watched it by myself. I think it would be more fun seeing it with a group of people also laughing at how ridiculous it is. Oh, but also I could just see how they run just to piss Drew off. Um, no, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna have a weird time. We're going Doctor Strange 2 into the multiverse. of
Oh
madness.
Whoa!
I
no.
am.
Didn't see
Yeah, I think it's
coming.
too good of a value to be. It'll be picked up in a later round if I don't snag it. What a weird night my crew is in for,
Yeah.
but so much fun.
Nothing is real at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you ground people in reality with your
It's
fourth
4 in
pick.
the morning, Grandma. No one cares.
It is chaos in the Cox family household.
Man, and also you threw me off with saying, "Yeah, we're gonna go weird," and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna pick weird." The Al Yankovic story that he just mentioned. Nope.
Yeah, I really
Different
thought I
pick,
was.
different
Yeah.
So wrapping it up here in the fourth and final round, so far I have Bullet Train, Atom Project, and Barbarian. Not necessarily in that order. And I want to stress that here with my fourth pick because there's no way I'm ending the night with this one. I thought about going with Top Gun Maverick,
Oh wow.
but I love it, and I know so many other people love it. But I know my
There are
good friend
dozens of
Kyle is
you.
gonna be there, and I don't want him to be out on my movie night whenever this happens.
Oh.
So I'm actually gonna go with. Ooh, that's another good one too. I'm between Thor: Love and Thunder and Batman. I want to get a superhero
okay.
movie in there. Speak to my calling here,
Two
and
very different movies.
very different. Two very different. And this will depend on the timing of the night, right? If I'm gonna watch Batman,
Sure.
it's gonna be way earlier when we can handle the darkness. We're not gonna We're not gonna fall asleep every time that Nirvana song comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I also have the Barbarian, which I can't watch late at night. That can't be the last one. I think I'm gonna go Thor: Love and Thunder.
I think that's good.
Respect.
Put a little levity in the night. You know, I say a little. I've got Bullet Train and Atom Project in here too.
Plenty of levity.
There's a high bit of levity going on. So I'll work on my order. But so far my four: Bullet Train, Atom Project, Barbarian, and Thor: Love and Thunder. Drew, with
Love it.
you. How
Love
you capping it off?
Yes, I too, for my fourth pick, am going to go the superhero route. Now, I also will not have this movie fourth in my lineup for the night, but I did leave it fourth because I knew that it would still be here when it's all said and done, when the dust is settled.
See how
I'm
they
going to
runs
go.
a super movie?
What'd you say?
I watched the wrong movie. See how they run as a superhero movie?
Well, if you go back and look in the background, I think Superman shows
I
up one
see.
time. No, the movie that I will go for in the fourth round is Morbius. Now, hear me out.
Oh my god.
my
Hear me
gosh.
out. Don't run away yet. But if you're gonna watch a terrible movie,
That's
what
the
better
time to do
way
it.
than to make your three
Yep.
or four best friends watch
Yep.
it with you?
The man's got a
Man.
point.
I
That was
would
the only
love-
way that I had seen it the first time was I had friends that were like, we're all gonna watch this movie.
Yeah.
We know it sucks, but you're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I want
And
to
now
do.
I own it. I own it for that reason.
That's tough.
I bought it.
Oh, that's tough.
So we're gonna have some fun. Kyle, are you following suit with the terrible movie night, or are you gonna go superhero, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
So I've already got a superhero movie. I've already got I've got two fun multiverse movies. I've got the strangest movie of the year, and you're not sure which one I'm talking about when I say that because I got three that are pretty close. Think about ending the night off with a fun mystery in Glass Onion and Knives Out mystery. Fun, crazy, loony biopic with Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Could make everybody fall asleep and sad by watching the Batman. I could try to make everybody stay up until 7 a.m. and watch Babylon. The Menu was great. Elvis was a really good movie I really liked. I could piss everybody off and make them watch Top Gun Maverick.
Or
Violent
Amsterdam.
Night. Or Amsterdam. Ugh, Amsterdam. Jackass Forever is a thought at this point.
that'd be
Because
yeah,
we're
you know
talking about
what?
like 2 in the morning start time, probably. I'm gonna go with Spirited because who doesn't want a musical with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell blasting at like 2 a.m. about a Christmas musical? It doesn't
Wow.
matter what time of the year. I think you can play Spirited whenever you want. that is the strangest lineup of movies I've ever seen. I want to do it now. I think I can make that happen, actually. Yeah, we're pretty close to making that happen. So the final teams, supposedly Handsome Drew with Bullet Train, The Atom Project, Barbarian, Thor, Love and Thunder. Drue with You, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, The Black Phone, The Gray Man, and Morbius. And The Boss Kyle with RRR, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness, and Spirited. And guys, I know I said this wasn't a competition earlier, but my party is definitely going to be way more fun than yours. I would still like to go to y'all's and maybe leave like somewhere around like the midnight range. But for my setup of movies, yeah, we're sticking through that whole thing. We're having a blast. We're having a great time.
I think our listeners should pick their favorite host and watch their 4 movies back to back to back to back.
Yes.
Or all
absolutely.
3 of the lineups back to 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 back, and tell us which one's the best.
That is commitment. I will say I'm surprised that we didn't see any more scary movies, especially out of Kyle. This is kind of up your train.
Point.
I thought I might have seen like
Strange
Nope or X or Scream or.
Oh, I also watched X this week. Forgot to talk about that. That was a weird time. Not the movie I thought it was. No, since I have to watch scary movies weekly anyways, I would rather not do that on a night where I get to pick the movies. I'm not going to waste my shot on one of those.
There were also a couple movies that I thought would have been. You mentioning Jackass made me jealous. I didn't think about that one. That would have been a really fun. Have everybody over and just go, oh, I can't believe that happened. These guys are crazy.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and Doctor Strange 2 go right into Jackass Forever.
At least that movie is like takes place in real life. Now what they're doing is insane, but it almost like it's like a reality blanket that they put around you like after catastrophes, that like aluminum blanket or whatever. It's just Jackass's reality. Thank you so much.
I don't think that's the reality you want to live in, though.
No, sure. The other one that I wanted to say, but I feel like it was so niche that nobody would appreciate it except for maybe Drew Allen, was Banshees of Inisherin or Inisherin.
Yeah, that's not one you're going to want to do a sleepover with. That's very head heavy.
That's everybody goes to sleepover.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes home. Yeah, everyone's like, oh man.
That's one.
I'm not sure I want to keep hanging out with Drew.
The kid who was raised by his grandparents brings that movie over as like, this is a really great movie. It makes you think. We should watch this.
Have you guys ever seen Singing in the Rain? You're gonna love it.
White Christmas.
Oh wow!
Stop it. It's Flag Day. Get your head out of the clouds.
When is Flag Day? What time of the year are we talking about?
It's in June of some time.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say maybe May. Something like that.
Who's to say? Time is relative. Well, listen.
Especially at your sleepover.
Yeah. We're
Nice.
just pushing that thing all the way off. We'll sleep tomorrow. Sleep when we're dead. Listener, thank you for hanging with us as we did our first ever movie draft, sleepover, fun time, happy time, good time of fun. If you've got a better name for that, let us know at NTPRD Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for listening. This is not the podcast you deserve.